Start recording. What's up, my dudes? It's Squish Industry here. I'm Leos, bringing you a fun little video of designing a slime girl. We also got our lovely neighborhood Viking Jorg here.
Lovely, hi.
Yes, you have lovely features, I guess.
Name them. Let me put you on the spot. Go ahead.
Your eyes.
Oh,
Speaking of eyes, drawing eyes right now. So we recently decided that we needed a third staff member to add to the crew, and I came up with the idea of a slime girl who was, well, the dishwasher. She didn't use soap or anything, but just straight up dissolved the shit right off the plates.
Yup.
So when it comes to making slime girls, it's kind of hard to. Slime girls are sort of all the same. Like, it doesn't matter what color.
That's a bit.
I don't know. Look. I came up with this thing called I want to call Monster Girl Math. It's a unique way of just designing. Well, I say unique. Unique really isn't. Let's just say it helps break things down. And well, besides of course features and all that. First, you decide: do you want to go anime or quote unquote realistic with the Monster Girl? Because you have things like minotaurs, which are technically half bull, half man. Which would probably fall on the quote-unquote realistic side of monster girls. And don't even get me started on furries, because that's a whole entirely different genre of fucking... Alright, man, saying furries and monster girls are the same thing is like saying anime is all the same thing when it's really just a medium. Rather than an actual genre. But when it comes to slime girls, once you decide on, of course, that, it boils down to three things: body type, hair, and eyes. And well, my first thought was the hair, which, as you can see, I've drawn out here. A really odd choice of potion bottles. And just a whole lot of circle into the mix. Because... I presented you my initial idea was lots of bubbles, not because of soap bubbles, but
right.
Just I liked bubbles. As far as a design feature on slime girls, I guess. So instead of going literally, I went, I guess, more aesthetically, keeping the circular. The circular shape.
The circular circles. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question. How do the potion bottles supposed to work, like physically? Is she what's coming out of the potion bottles while also holding on to the potion bottles? Is there a hole in the other end of the potion bottle?
The potion bottle coming out the back of her hair, she is coming out with. Because slimes typically have a thing called a core. It's more like, I want to say, an anime thing, but it's also like an MMO thing, which, once again, realistic versus anime. Same.
It's the weak spot.
Same, but different. And and so I put her core inside a potion bottle, because I thought that's, first off, number one way to try to at least get same, but different away from the typical slime girls. So that bottle you see coming at the bottom of her hair, I like to think that's where she came from. However, like the other potion bottles, I want them to contain different substances that she can just, I don't know, use, like alcohol. Or, so she could infuse her slime with a bottle of vodka, and then someone could be like, feed me vodka, and she'd just be like, okay, and shove the, her, yeah, it falls in line with all the same things.
Suck my hair, you.
So you'd see a guy getting just fucking hair throat fucked by her hair or some shit.
God.
You know, except not as
That's equality right there. Tentacle monsters and now this. It's fine.
yeah.
It's fine.
So right now I finally decided on the hair, which was my initial design for her, as well as body type, and I wanted to go thick because neither of our staff members are really. I mean, Ilya's thick, but she's more on the slender, athletic side as far as things
Right.
go. So this is just more
It's slime. It has to be thick.
because if it's slime, it's going to fill the
It's
the
a
contents.
non-Newtonian fluid.
It's going to fill the contents of its clothing. So it's supposed to be
It's gonna ooze.
yeah. It's very clearly illustrated. She doesn't have feet. I figure she just sort of glides across the
Yeah.
floor, picking up all the shit on the floor.
Slime girl feet.
So
Sorry, those people.
so I know you've already seen this design, but I am fundamentally or just completely curious as to your thoughts on her direction. Now that you at least have some context for what you've seen, because I just sent you the
Now
image
that I
with
have
no
context, it makes sense. At first, I was like, potion bottles, what? But I mean, there's really no other feasible way to like make a hairstyle on something that like, what is she gonna do? Put rubber bands around her slime? That's not a
Yeah.
thing. But like, it's growing on me.
Yeah, like that was my number one thing is you know what? Yeah, I get it. You can make slime girls look pretty unique, but I feel like you put one slime girl from one anime next to one from another. The only thing that's going to be different, and for the most part, some of them aren't even that different because blue and green is like 80% of the slime girls.
They all evolved from that initial JRPG mob where it's just jello on the ground that you have to fight for no reason.
Exactly. And JRPG mobs are already famously or infamously samey because like fucking Black Desert Online, which I know that's not a Japanese MMO. Kill me, it's Korean, but they just reskin mobs. Hey, look, here's a goblin, and this is a greater goblin. It's just slightly bigger and purple. But as you can see, like I had just drawn, I did end up incorporating bubbles into the design. If you
what I had
that.
hoped is that you'd be able to see more plates and dishes kind of floating around in her. But
yeah,
I don't know how to do that.
I definitely want to do that. Just for her initial design, I wanted people to be like, she looks sexy, not like, why there's all that shit floating inside
Why is she
her?
made of plates? Yeah.
Because unlike you and I, they aren't going to really have context for this aside
Right.
from the bartender outfit,
Right.
Which went once again a bit more traditional. I'm a bit more of the fan of just vest on white button up. I don't really like overcoats that much. And I gave her pinstripe pants, which I think look kind of nice on her.
The pinstripes were different.
They look I want to say this was once again more of a proof of concept. They look a lot better in the thumbnail that's going on this as opposed to the actual design of her, but yeah. I think like her design came along fantastically. I mean, not only did I incorporate the bubbles, but I have never seen a slime coming out of a potion bottle. At least, I've seen slimes coming out of things, but not things that are attached to.
Like what kind of things?
Like, I mean...
What kind of stuff? Moving on.
Yeah, moving on. So you did have an initial comment on this. Is she chewing herself? And my answer to you was yes. Yes, she is chewing herself.
I mean, I guess that's like a slime's version of biting your own lip in a way.
Yeah. Well, like, I mean, and once
but it
again,
was my argument was if she's like, why would a slime even need to look like they're chewing gum, or like, how would that, like, why? And then the answer was because they've seen people do it and it looked like fun and they're just trying to mimic people, right?
Yeah, because I mean, she's already. I mean, as a slime, it fundamentally, technically, has no true form. What
Yeah.
that is a mimicry at the from the very basis of it.
Sorry,
So,
I'm mesmerized watching you make potion bottles.
it's like, that's one thing I didn't end up changing or completely deciding on just it either this or the second image I drew, which honestly I regret not recording me draw the second image. But
Mm.
I think the fluid coming out of these potion bottles and the potion bottles themselves are going to be different colors from her blue slime. Maybe have a blue tint to them since they're supposed to be like infused with her
I
body.
I don't know if I would, because the point of the potion bottles is, it's, like you said, it's a hairstyle, and it's, if you made it look like it was a different fluid, the argument would be, is the fluid flowing out and then that's the end of it, or is it actually going to stop and be suspended there? Like, I feel like you should just keep it the way it is,
Oh,
or
I'd
make a more visible hole in the bottom of the potion bottle so that it looks like it's all part of her. I don't know.
I'd honestly be perfectly fine with that as well because I mean it's more of like a on the spot thing. I mean, just her like throwing shit in her hair to do whatever. Like that isn't even I guess a big factor at the moment because she's a new hire, and we'll
Hmm.
see how she does.
We'll see. It's a probationary period. It's a right to work state.
Yeah, yeah, she'll figure things out. It's honestly, I had a lot of fun drawing this. I mean, this is the first time in a while that I've like fleshed out a full line art because I mean, you and I both feel the same way on this that we like our sketches better than the
Yeah, we
final.
sketched, and unless we really like what we've sketched, we're not going to keep working on it, because the difference between doing a sketch and then doing line art and paint is a huge difference.
Mm-hmm.
And
Man,
then,
dude.
I mean, even once you line and paint it, sometimes it doesn't even feel the same as the sketch. Sketch has a lot more, I don't know, character to it sometimes. When you clean it up, something gets lost.
Absolutely. That's why I'm still like really experimenting with brushes
Hmm.
now. Is I'm trying to find a brush that will work with my sketchy nature. Because both you and I are both through and through to traditional artists. I mean, we've never really gotten into digital art scene. I've tried like many times over the last 8 years, but like you and I just our roots are based in doodling on the lined paper in
Yeah, yeah, paper.
class and
How much crap do we have on paper? Oh my god, tucked
yeah.
into drawers and stuff. And only recently have I bought a tablet and started drawing.
I mean, hell, I've still got our foot tall stack of white papers
Hmm.
that of shit we sketched fucking over a decade ago when we were
Yeah.
initially conceiving the idea of an artistic group. You know, it's it's weird just seeing the clean nature of the line work, in which even my line work isn't even that clean. Uh, because I got a. I mean, I know I've said this on previous streams, but dysgraphia, it's really fucking difficult for me to get a straight fucking line. And here I am redrawing things that I deleted, out of second nature because another thing about slime is different from everyone else. They're fucking transparent, so they're gonna see
Yes.
everything underneath.
Hmm.
Which I can't believe how. Oh my god, dude, this devolved in so many. I'm normally incredibly organized when it comes to my layers. With this thing, I just threw fucking caution to the wind and just kept making more and more layers because I wasn't sure what's what. And
Yep.
because not only is the slime transparent, there's layers to the slime. It's supposed to get like darker the further in you go, and I don't like smooth gradients. I like a bit more sudden changes, not necessarily cell shading, but just less gradual, more sudden.
Hmm.
I mean, but just overall, like I had a fucking blast with this sketch, or well, full online work.
Sorry, I think this is the first time I've watched you draw something sped up and I feel hypnotized in a way. It's
Yeah.
like I'm watching TV. Things are just happening and I can't think.
So I believe this is sped up at what is it? 1,000%. So like this whole thing is only 15 minutes long. This whole line art sketch to end took me, I want to say, 3 hours to do. Around that, and that's including the pauses, taking away maybe 2.5 hours. So I mean, I still feel pretty great about this, seeing how it didn't take me that long at all compared to most people. Because I know, like, oh god, some people take like fucking
Me.
8 hours on a line art, and
Yeah.
I'm not saying like
3
dishing
days.
on them, insulting them for taking that long. Like by all means, those people who take longer are making shit infinitely better than I am. It's just I cannot see myself dedicating that long to a drawing. I've got so much shit in my day. I gotta knock out so many things I want to do that. I
Oh,
guess
but
I'm
you draw a little every day, which makes you faster.
yeah.
Just does.
That's why I do Hot Honey Sundays, man. I get to draw
Mhm.
like 3, 4 characters a night, and
Right.
make multiple people just a bunch of sketches, and I feel so much better about that than doing just full on line art. I just gotta actually get good at the drawing part.
Right. It's nice to have people like give you things to draw. Sometimes it's hard to be like, I want to draw this and I want to draw this, but I want to draw this, and this project's going to be
Hmm.
bigger than this, and I don't know what to work on. But you just sit down and they're like, hey, draw this, and you're like, okay.
Plus, it's like sudden. It's what's the word? Fuck. Not improvise. I mean, it is improvised, but spontaneous. That's what I want to say.
Sudden death.
It's a bit more interesting than just saying I want to draw this character from this.
Hmm.
It's fun. I love it. Oh man, this. But boy, am I
Like
proud
a
of this
whole
one, sketch.
list of things I want to draw, but it's like some of the things on the list are very important, and I want to wait until I have time to do them. Some of the things are just sketches. But yeah, I can see what you're talking about. Where, yep, darker on the inside, where it's thicker.
Yeah, it adds depth to it. Because that's a
Right,
problem
right.
with things being translucent. Like the less detail you have, the more detail you. I mean, the more you need to add, because the transparency adds a second layer to things where you don't want people to just be looking through the slime girl and seeing the same shade all the way through. Like even
Hmm.
with transparent fabric, you want to add in a lot more folds, since you're just because you need to define the space. It's easy when it comes to normal characters, just that have normal skin, because you can add shading to that. And just one tone of shade, and bam, you got depth. Slime Girl, not so much. You gotta add a lot more detail to it to illustrate that this isn't just a flat drawing.
Yup.
But like we're.
Did you ever fix the collar?
What do you mean?
I'll shut up. No, I don't want to tell you. I don't want to tell you. I can't see the back of her collar through her neck.
Yeah, I actually consciously, believe it or not, made the decision not to have that through, since it was all the way on the other side.
Good cover.
Because no, shut up. Because I wanted the slime behind her neck to be the focus, and I feel like maybe I could have made the slime darker to illustrate that, but
Mhm.
I didn't want her slime to be so translucent that you could see all the way through her. I guess
Mhm.
is the thing I wanted to. I wanted to illustrate that point, that if she was naked, you wouldn't be able to see all the way through her.
Oh,
If it comes to like the limbs or like bangs from her hair, that's different. See through that, but yeah, I don't know. And here come the
too thick.
pinstripes. God, I really wish I took longer on the pinstripes with this. Like I said, the on the avatar, not the avatar, the fucking thumbnail for this image, for this drawing that I'm gonna put on YouTube, spent much longer time. And here we go. We got to the final image here. This is I think I'm gonna call her Naiae. which is like comes from the Greek or water fairy, something like that. So it suits her, I want to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, she is thick, man. So thick.
Gotta be thick to clean it.
You can see the ass from the front, man. Yeah, guys, this is Naiae. She's joining the Squish Bar under Squish Industries. She'll be serving you guys at a bar somewhere nearby you soon. Man, I just wanted to thank everyone for joining us for this very short stream / episode. We'll be uploading it on YouTube. This is Leos and Jorg signing out.
Bye.
Have a good day, my dudes.